I've always said, and I believe it with all my heart, that if you meet a man who loves his mother, you are looking at how he's going to treat you, and it is really, really true.
The dreams that I've had for so many years are all completed with tonight because of my son, Todd Fisher. Come on up here, Todd. You know, Todd likes to stay in the background. There he is. The enchiladas. Oh, he's going to climb over his own footlights. Grab on now.
That's right. No, I don't want to pull you in with me in case I go. Has anybody had the roast beef?
No, it's the enchiladas were fabulous,
Yeah,
weren't they? But I mostly am very proud tonight, truly, that my son did allow my dream to happen, because it wouldn't have happened without that idea, about the stages moving and how to present things in a very small place. How could you do that? How did you dream about that?
It was just a simple matter of her collecting this stuff and turning it over to somebody who is a product of Hollywood inbreeding, and then out comes a multimedia museum. So if you hadn't have married Eddie and had been a bartender, then maybe you would have had a walk-through museum.
I don't know that Eddie had much to do with it other than but I'm very proud of my son. I think he is brilliantly gifted.
Aww.
Even his lips, I remember those lips. That's why I married the old fart.
I'm glad you got something out of the deal.
It was just a day. Todd, do you want to say anything to anybody special, your crew?
I've done everything and said everything I could say by building the museum, and I know no finer person on this earth to do these things for than you.
Thank you. Thank you, Todd.
Back to the enchilada.
Now, I need a sham wow, because that just really got, you know what, I just want to get personal for a second, because, yeah, I'll take whatever you have, because as long as it didn't have silver polish on it, it doesn't really matter.
A little coffee is all.
Okay, I'm good. Your mom was an extraordinary person, and I just feel so blessed that I got to have her in my life, and for what we did, and to get to know this incredible woman. But she loved you so much, and you loved her so much, and I've always said, and I believe it with all my heart, that if you meet a man who loves his mother, you are looking at how he's going to treat you, and it is really, really true. It's so important, and one of the things that I was so attracted to you about in the beginning was that you loved your mother and still do so much, and honor your mother, and she was the number one in your life, and Carrie was, the number two in your life, and anybody that stepped into this position that I so happily stepped into had to know that those two ladies were going to always be one and two, and I was so happy to be in their shade, so to speak, because there is nothing like a man that honors his mother, and to see that clip just got me, because she loved you so much, and you loved her so much, and an extraordinary relationship, and I'm so grateful because I am the beneficiary of that kind of love from you today, and she taught you how to love like that. So I'm so grateful to her, and I remember all the talks we had. Sorry, I literally have a sham wow. So I'm so grateful for all the talks that we had about you, your mom and I, and she would tell me what kind of a man you are, and she was right the whole way, so Thank you for loving your mother, and thank you for still loving and honoring your mother. I just think it's so great, and I feel so lucky to be a part of it, and I'm so happy that we have a show to share these things with people that care so much still.
That footage that you saw just then has never been shared.
Yeah.
We shot
I've never seen it. That's my first
Well,
time.
we filmed it at the opening of the museum.
Yeah.
And it was a big, a big party, really, is what it was. You see, many of her friends came, and you'll see some interviews, I think, later. Roddy McDowell was there. You had Esther Williams and Ann Miller. All of the posse was there.
Yeah.
And we partied big time because it was a big milestone, and it was her lifelong dream, and there it was. It had finally come to pass without any help from the industry, ironically, other than Elizabeth Taylor buying some things for her and her friends showing up to the events. Nobody had kicked in anything. And there was a lot of reasons over the years why she could have given up way earlier, but there it was. So it survived for like 4.5 years or something like that. And then unfortunately, due to bad marriages, we were going to suffer additional losses. But anyway, you're getting a chance to see some footage that no one had ever seen.
Yeah.
And,
it just hit me so hard in a good way, but very, very incredible, and just a lesson for every woman, that's ever going to go on a date with a man, is to pay attention to that, because that's what that is. It's just so beautiful, that kind of love.